Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Peak Design Everyday Backpack. This is a 30 liter. It is also a version 2, kind of an update to their original backpack that was extremely popular, or is still extremely popular. So let's talk about it. I got the V2 here in a 30 liter. I opted to go for a little bit bigger bag just because it fits my body. A little bit nicer than some of the smaller ones. I did get to try a 20 liter in the V1 as well at my local camera shop here, and I just found the 30 liter fits me a little better, plus it's got more storage. So first thing I want to talk about is the back of the bag. Get the straps out of the way here. The back panel here, it does have very nice padding. It's minimal, but somehow it works just fine. I feel like it's extremely comfortable on my back, even fully loaded with a laptop, all the camera gear on here. I've had it packed out pretty good, and it's hasn't been an issue with me. They were pretty thoughtful. They got magnets all over in this bag, and a couple we've got just in the straps here. They just kind of stay in place, which is kind of nice. If you want to carry a briefcase style, or if you just want a cleaner look, maybe you don't want them dangling around the place. And another thing is on this back panel, they've got a luggage pass through here. So if you do travel with your bag quite a bit, maybe with some larger luggage, this is going to be pretty easy to haul around, so you don't have to carry it around on your back. And it is also held together with magnets. So I think on the older one they had Velcro, and here, I don't know if you can hear it, but there's magnets that hold that baby together. One nice thing about the big straps is they've got this rivet here that allows kind of this pivot motion to happen on the straps. So they're not binding or twisting, pretty much just like on every other bag. And that's kind of what makes it comfortable for me, I think. These straps, they're not the thickest or the widest, but they've been just fine. I haven't noticed any, discomfort wearing it long periods of time. It's been pretty good for me. Now, the one gripe, and it's basically on every bag, is the sternum strap. Although this is probably one of the best ones, is, on the V1, I think there was a lot of complaints. With this, it's not your traditional clip. It is a very nice, piece of hardware. It's not plastic, it's aluminum, and it fits into these grooves here. You kind of just pull tight, and they stay put. I don't know, maybe I'm just not a fan of sternum straps. Maybe it works for you, but it's kind of a love-hate. I love how neat and tidy it is, and kind of how quality it feels, and as well is that it can be stored. It's kind of awkward over here, on the actual strap itself, so it's not just sitting flopping around. So that's probably, one thing that I really like. The adjustment on these is buttery smooth. I can't really show how nice it is, but they have all this aluminum hardware kind of all over the bag, and this is just, it's money. And this is essentially like seatbelt material, very heavy duty, doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. Nice thing with Peak Design is they do have a lifetime warranty on all their products, so you're backed. Especially if you're spending this kind of money. I think this one's $265, somewhere in there. Somebody can correct me on that. Moving on, the handles on this bag, probably one of my favorite parts, is they're made out of this, basically the same material as the straps. It's like seatbelt material, and they've got this molded foam in here that's it's got a nice channel on top. It fits your hand very well. It just feels comfortable. And then on every side of the bag. So if you want to carry this or you need to pick it up, it's pretty much, it's not going anywhere. So that's kind of a great design. It's been my favorite strap favorite strap on any bag. Like I said, there's magnets all over this bag. There's magnets in each one of the water bottle holders, which is nice because it holds them flat. I think it's just aesthetically. I can't speak today. Aesthetically pleasing to the eyes. Got it on that one, and that goes for the same on both sides here, as they're just magnetically closed. These pockets are very deep, and they're wide enough to fit a tripod. Small travel tripod. Obviously, Peak Design's got a tripod, and that sucker fits right in here. As well as, I haven't had a problem with any of the water bottles I've got. Moving on to the bottom of the bag, this one's kind of a interesting little feature. It's also magnetically held together. And under here, we've got some straps. And these, oh, don't mind me. And these straps, they go up to these little dongles here. Let's see if I can, they're not the easiest thing to get together, but when they're on there, they're on there. You get the point. The only disappointment I kind of had was that these connections are not aluminum like, you know, the hardware on the rest of the bag. Everything on this bag that, you know, zippers or clasps, it's all aluminum except for these kind of lanyards, these lashing points. But, you know, they serve a purpose. I'm sure they're strong enough. You're not going to have anything heavy on here. You're going to throw a sweater, maybe a skateboard, you know, or whatever you need. And then when they're not there, they just go in this nice little tucked away, maybe, tucked away zone. Oh, no, didn't quite get it there. There we go. And she's back to looking good. You also have those lashing points in both pockets. So if you've got a tripod in here that you want to lock down, oh, yeah, just like that. And that's, like I said, it goes on both sides. So it's kind of a thoughtful feature. I like it. Haven't quite really used that a lot yet, but you know, I have no doubt in my mind that I will. We can move right to the inside of the bag. Peak Design's got this amazing mag latch that is adjustable. So if you do have this bag packed out, you know, let's say you've got it, you know, all the way to the top here, I mean, it's not going anywhere. I think it's kind of one of the nicest features. It does kind of find its area, which is very nice. You know, you don't really have to think about it twice. So yeah, another great feature. And there's lash points on top of this that I did not notice as well. So I guess if you wanted to kind of lock this down, or maybe these weren't good enough, or just different, you know, different type of attachment points, I suppose. The one thing that's kind of, I don't know, it bothers me, but it's not like a real big deal, is that the way that this is formed is it doesn't allow for this opening to lift, you know, to open very easily. It kind of gets stopped, and you gotta force it up over, and then you can get to the insides of the bags. Not a big deal, but you know, just kind of food for thought. One thing about the inside of this is this top latch. When you've got the clip on there, and you've got this bag fully packed out, maybe you know, you're going for a longer hike, whatever it is, and you've got some extra clothing in there. These little, you know, I'm gonna call them wings, I suppose, or you know, it's just the portion of the bag that keeps it, you know, nice and sleek. If it's packed out, these could be, you know, let's see if I can get it here. These could be left open a little bit, so if it's actively raining, you could get water in there. I doubt that it's going to happen to many people, unless you're like really packing this out, which in that case, you might need a bigger bag. But other than that, I don't think it'd be a problem at all. Moving to the inside of the bag is you've got 3 access points. You have the top access, and then you've got side access on both ends. And you've got these Ultra Zips, I think is what they're being called now. They're claiming that they're just a lot more durable, and obviously that's going to be kind of an overtime. We'll kind of find that out. But looking at the inside of this bag, again, kind of like the same with the top cover here, is that the way that this is kind of designed is that it doesn't quite lay flat when it's open. Again, not a big deal. I'm just kind of being nitpicky. But it's kind of where the zipper endpoints stop here. But other than that, it makes it very easy to get to your gear. You've got this origami, you know, kind of patent pending, I believe. And, you know, it is handy. I don't think it's the best way to organize gear. It does feel kind of thrown together when I put my stuff in here, but I haven't had a problem with it moving anywhere. And there is organization on both sides of the bag here. You know, for whatever you need to put in here. Inside this small pocket is another small pocket. Memory cards, small batteries, stuff like that. Whatever you need. And then you've got this big pocket, which again is held together with magnets. Is nice and stretchy, just more organization for you. And there is zippers on both ends of the bag. So, you know, kind of whatever your preference is, you can get to it. On this side, it's more of the same. Let me get this, yeah, zip it, there we go. It's almost the same exact, or is it the same pocket? It's the same exact pocket on there. I wish there was a little more organization as far as like maybe pens or, you know, things like that. I don't think it's going to bother too many people. But same thing, on this side of the bag gives you easy access to any of your gear. And you can pull these out. They're just, maybe, like they're just Velcroed in there. You can pull them all out, have just like a ton of space, or you can just kind of adjust it to whatever your gear, and make a mess of things. You know, kind of whatever you need. Stay. But these little dividers are pretty cool. When they're in your bag, you know, you've got to kind of, you know, in here like a shelf. And these little dividers, they stay up in place. And like I said, I haven't had a problem, except for right now, you know, with these, you know, moving anywhere. So this is a pretty neat design. And the Velcro on it's very strong. Haven't had any problems. So, you know, I just wish it was a little more organizable. I think that's a word. But that's just me. It's just my personal thoughts on that. In the top of the bag, if I can just fold this over here, there is, I mean, it can go as deep as you want it to. You can have it shallower, just depending on where you adjust the shelves. And this is just going to be your main access. If you want a pair of shoes, I keep rain jacket in here, yeah, pair of socks, kind of whatever you need. But other than that, it's pretty simple. On the top here, I forgot to mention with the handles, is your laptop sleeve. And I'm not super fond of it because this is where your quick access, your tablet, and your laptop are going to be sitting. So, and it's just kind of open, even though they've got, you know, magnets on the one side of things here. This, your quick access pocket, so that's where, you know, cables, your phone, sunglasses, you know what a quick access pocket's for, I don't need to tell you. And there's also 2 small mesh pockets in here as well. And then after that, you've got this tablet holder, which again, magnets. So that's kind of a handy dandy thing. And then you've got this adjustable laptop sleeve. So you can make it so it's either a 13-inch or a 15-inch laptop. And this folds down into place. That way, if you do have a smaller laptop, you know, you're not digging down. You're not, you know, trying to reach the abyss here to pull out your, you know, Ultrabook or whatever you got. All the zippers on this, as I mentioned, they're the Ultra Zips. They are very smooth. You know, I believe kind of on the earlier bags is like right in the corners. People were having to kind of get them around there, but these have been great so far, and you know, I'm mostly happy with this bag. It comes down to just overall organization. I wish it was a little bit tidier internally. And the quick access pocket, now it may not happen quite often, but since it's kind of an open design, there's no closing it, is if this bag is maybe laid down or maybe gets bumped, is that stuff could fall out of your quick access pocket and it could get down into your laptop. I think that's about it on the Peak Design bag. If you have any questions about it, if you have any comments about my channel or just my videos in general, you know, we're just getting started here, so I appreciate any feedback if you have any. And if you're interested in this bag, I will put a link in the description to their website. You can get more information on it, check out the other products that Peak Designs have, and yeah, I look forward to seeing you in the future. Thanks.